Welcome to the Bits and Pieces. I'm your host Gatei Moneki, and in today's episode we will be analyzing the efficiency of student governments in universities. In today's episode we'll get some opinions on what kind of impact they have, and as well as interview a Daystar student government official to provide insight on these issues. For now, we go to our field reporter, Albert Kirui, who will be providing us with a first-hand look on this issue.
In Kenya, it has become common for students to go on a strike and eventually erupt in a violent protest. Most of the time, it's because of unfulfilled promises from the administration. Between the students and the administration lies the students' government as a means to more easily fulfill the needs of the students who elect them. But how well do this government work as a voice for students?
The politics of student governments is often brought up into question. They have been in place at universities for decades, yet till present day, students still move against them in both major and minor complaints. In the Kenyan scene, this often leads to riots and protests against the administration for not following up on student requests. Should the administration be blamed for not delivering change? Or should the student government be looked down upon for their inability to push the administration into fulfilling the students' needs? In Daystar University, the DUSA, or Daystar University Student Association, is known for having a roll-off of similar or same complaints by the students, even as the student leadership shift in the next, promising to fulfill what the predecessor did not. Despite this, they often look to any accomplishments, hoping to sway the students in electing or re-electing them. Some students, however, view the student government as a necessary, prosperous unit, while others can barely acknowledge their presence due to a lack of impact in their lives on campus.
I think students' government are efficient because they kind of set up the institution with the students and kind of bind them together with the institution.
I think the student body is kind of efficient in some way, but when in terms of promises, I don't think they fulfill all of them.
I genuinely don't think they're efficient because they don't affect everyone in the school. Like their presence is not felt necessarily unless it's time for politics or they need votes.
With mixed opinions from students, we sought out student government officials to give their opinion on the matter. We spoke to two members of the current and former Daystar students government, known as DUSA, about the efficiency of the system.
I believe that there is a lot of efficiency in the student government. They've done quite a lot, and they need more support from the students and from the administration. They need to be listened to. They need to be the things that they bring forward from the students need to be put as a priority, because you consider the fact that they are also students like the rest.
With mixed opinions on this matter, we can only look to the young leaders in hope for change. Will they push forward the need of those who elect them, or will their decisions be swayed by the administration that allow them to be? A question that can only be answered with time. Reporting for Bits and Pieces, Kirui Arab Yegon.
Welcome to the Bits and Pieces. I'm your host, Gatei Moneki, and today we'll be covering some political issues around Daystar. And with us is Noah, the former DUSA president for sports, and he'll be answering some questions. Thanks for being with us, Noah.
Thank you very much.
So you were in the previous government for sports, I believe.
Yeah.
And I want to just ask you some questions. So what were the goals you set out during your campaigns for this office position?
Okay, just a correction, not the former government for sports, but the entire government, because I think we've been working together as a unit. The goals is set, the ones I wish to accomplish, and I hope, of course, I accomplished most of them. One was creating unity among the sports people, among the Falcons. One of the issues that was affecting us before was disunity. There's a lot of disunity among the teams, because we have like a total of 15 teams. So in my time in office, I've managed to bring all the teams together, have them do some activities together. So it's a plus. Another thing was the swim team. I promised guys that I was going to do something about swimming. I talked of forming a partnership with the All Day Inn, but we had to start from somewhere. what I did is we formed a swim team. So swim team had sessions there at all day in. They used to swim there every week. They used to practice, and interestingly, they also participated in KUSA, and of course achieved so much. Another thing was equipments. We got so many equipments. I think by the time I was leaving the office, each team had sufficient equipments. Talk of balls, rackets, everything. Yeah. Another thing I promised and accomplished was in terms of recreation. There's so many guys in Daystar who love soccer. So a new TV was installed in the TV room. And nowadays, if you go there, people are comfortable watching matches because it's easier to watch. If there are two games, like colliding at the same time or clashing, you see guys watching. They are comfortable doing it. Another thing would be, if I remember, we formed a new team, a ladies soccer team. It was awarded the most promising outdoor team of the year in the just concluded FOCA Award. So I believe my successor will do much better in ensuring that the team goes on well. Yeah.
All right. So can you tell us, are there any of the promises that you made that you're not able to, for any whichever reason, to fulfill to the students? Is there anything that you wanted to try out but it just didn't work out, and for what reason did it not work out?
I can't think of any of my manifestos that failed, but I can say this: what I'd promised earlier, I'd said we need a better gym, a quality gym, a standard gym. That didn't happen, but I'm happy that when I left office, the gym was in a better place than how I found it. Now,
Can you tell us why there was not a better gym?
The reason why the gym, it's not like there's not a better gym. It's better than I found it. The reason why it didn't it wasn't constructed to the standard I wanted is because the process is on. What I did, my work was just to push. I went to the administration, I did that, and the process already began. How do you call it? This process, I keep on forgetting its name. Procurement. A contractor was got. The thing was signed. Senate approved the deal. So I think every time I go there to the USM office, he used to tell me that the process will take off soon. So that was beyond my ability.
So it was more of a constant delays by the administration, just keep on pushing the time. They just kept pushing it rather than making it happen instantly.
I don't really know what happened, but I can't really tell what happened. But every time I went there, I was being told that it's going to happen. But till now, I haven't seen anything constructive happening there. So I don't know what they're up to. Because I know money has been allocated for it in the previous financial year. In this financial year, 20 million shillings has been allocated for the gym. And I don't know what's happening, honestly. Yeah.
So in relation to that, what factor do you think the administration plays in the things you want to fulfill for students? Like, what kind of bias do they have against pushing forward your ideas, if any? Do you see, like, amongst the administration, like, for instance, Saturn just pointed out that they kept telling you that the plan is in place, but you didn't really see it going ahead until after some time. Is there any sort of bias that you see in the administration against the decisions that DUSA wants to push forward?
I don't want to call it biasness. I don't know. I can't find a better word for it. Maybe I would say maybe they have priorities. Of course, they have their own priorities. Like for now, we have a 5-year strategic plan for the school. And when you come in government as a student leader, you also have your plans. So you'll find that there are two conflicting plans here. They have their own vision. You have your own vision, and maybe I think maybe they go and then decide, maybe in the boardroom they decide on which ones to prioritize. Yeah. So I can't really say it's biasness, but they haven't said it out clear. So yeah, I don't know what to do.
Thank you for your information. That was very helpful. I'm Gatei Moniki for the Bits and Pieces. Thank you for being with us.
I'm going to be talking about the Daystar politics, and well, it's not really different each year as the new Daystar guys come on, but maybe this time it will be different. But the only problem I have with them is that they keep saying the same thing over and over again, and it never really changes. They have the same promises, and we never really get anything different from them. I mean, they say they'll fix the street, the lights of campus. I haven't seen that, have you? No one has, exactly. So for the DSTA politics to change, we need different personalities in there, and they really need to keep their words in what they say and at what they deliver in the end. Because I see many DUSA officials as they take they take the office because they see the DUSA thing as a stepping stone for their political careers. I think that's my opinion on that. I really don't think that's cool, because you are there to serve the students, and the students need you, and yeah, you are there to represent them. So I think you should, if you're taking that office, you should go ahead and do what's right. Yeah, and that's all I have for you. See you next time, when these guys are probably out of office and they're doing something different. Alright.
When you book with the best leisure airline in North America, you're already on vacation. Air Transat. Vacation is calling.
That's all we had time for today. Catch us in our next episode, where we'll be analyzing the struggles of entrepreneurship in Kenya, especially amongst the youth. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.